Zaragoza.
And I'm Lee Newton.
Welcome to the New Movie Thing Show. Today we're reviewing the 1982 film Annie.
Annie.
Sleeping lizard.
The swimming pool is down the stairs.
Inside the house? Oh boy.
The tennis court is in the rear.
I never even picked up a racket.
And if you guys aren't familiar with what we do, basically we watch movies on Netflix and other devices and technological marvels, and then you guys watch them and send us your reviews, and then we intercut them like this.
Annie. Oh, it's so cute.
We got Annie.
I mean, it's a classic. You have to like a movie like this.
Tomorrow.
I love ya. Tomorrow.
You're only a day away.
So when I was told we'd have to review Annie, I was like,
Annie is a musical in the 1930s, and it's about Annie, a little firecracker young orphan girl who really is very precocious, and she lives in an orphanage, an all-girls orphanage run by the intense Miss Hannigan, and then she gets chosen by Oliver Warbucks, the billionaire's secretary, to come and live with Oliver Warbucks for a week, and then it's just being delighted by Annie and her precocious nature through song and
A lot of dancing, a lot of
dancing.
flipping, a lot of leg flips, and a lot of underwear showing.
Amazing acrobatics, especially from the little girls.
like, there's this one part where they're on the stairs and they do a little thing like this. They do it a lot better.
It's weird to me that you have these children who are just dancing and singing, doing backflips to a song about how downtrodden they are.
Annie is a classic for a reason. It is very delightful. I watched this at least 400 times when I was a little girl. Fact. Also, it is weird that when I was watching this to revisit it, I remembered every single word. They were stored in synapses in the deep recesses of my mind. Were they good? Yeah, they were good. Were they profound? Absolutely. And I'm just gonna say, do you know how hard it would be to be an orphan? Not to mention an orphan that studied acrobatics for 8 years plus, and only to be shoved in an orphanage and told to clean 24/7 by a drunk woman who makes her own bathtub gin?
Hold on a second.
Ugh.
We need to really press home the fact that you kind of hammered it home as far as you were a little girl and watched this movie and you absolutely enjoyed it. It was delightful.
Yeah.
I'm a little boy who does not want to watch this movie, wants to be as far away as possible from a movie like this as a boy. As an adult who does appreciate musicals and well-written stories and classic films and great actors, I actually did kind of enjoy the film, but again, it's not really my thing.
No,
my
it's
kind of-
not supposed to be your cup of tea. No one's handing you a cup of Earl Grey going, here, this is yours.
Yeah.
They're going, this tastes reminiscent of tea, I hope you like it.
Watch things when we're younger and like them when we're younger. It builds that kind of nostalgia factor to where we really, really like this thing.
I watched Annie when I was younger, and I really liked it then. I go back and I watch it now. I still like it, but only for nostalgic reasons.
Aileen Quinn, the little girl that plays Annie, we actually were wondering why she wasn't in other stuff. And a sad little fact is that they had her contracted to play Annie in other Annie movies, never made those Annie movies, but she was still under contract until she was 16 years old. By the time that contract broke, she was like, screw it, I don't want to do acting anymore.
That's
she made a couple of other things, I think, but she could have been a really, really huge child actress.
She could have been a
she
Drew
was
Barrymore.
already adorable. Drew Barrymore auditioned for the role.
You don't say!
I don't say. And also Elizabeth Berkley did too, but she was too little, and that would have ruined Showgirls for me.
She doesn't have a good voice either.
But I do want to bring up really quickly that Tim Curry, he's the fucking man. Seriously, he's extremely underrated, and his ability to act is incredible. And I feel too often he's shoehorned into this role of being a villain.
Of course, I didn't realize before that Daddy Warbucks was the guy from The Bourne Ultimatum.
Punjab is the best character by far. Sure, there's a little racist undertone that leaks through from the original script, but that's not the intention here. He saves the day, and he's more of a hero than any of the other characters.
Gotta mention Tim Curry, the great, amazing Tim Curry. I mean, we're talking Rocky Horror Picture Show, we're talking Legend, we're talking Stephen King's It. This guy is the most versatile, amazing British actor that I know. I mean, I love the guy. Everything he's in, he's amazing. And then he's in Annie, and he's trying to cover up his British accent with some kind of New Jersey thing.
Yeah.
Not really working, but it's Tim Curry.
But he does have an amazing voice, and I think that's part of the reason why they chose him. And then Harold Burnett is Miss Hannigan. She, honestly, for me as a woman in comedy, she's it. She's a path paver. She's incredible.
Carol Burnett was absolutely perfect in this movie. She was fantastic. I definitely thought that she was the best actress.
Carol Burnett's character, who runs the orphanage, I fucking empathize with her.
If she's a drunk, maybe not let her be in charge of a bunch of kids.
By far the best, in my opinion.
Favorite part was probably when Annie is climbing up the railroad ties and she's gonna die almost, but Punjab saves her by lowering his turban down and climbing and grabbing her.
Wait, can we talk about how not suspenseful that 35-minute scene of her climbing up that ladder was, or whatever that bridge was? I mean, I was not on the edge of my seat at all. It took forever for them to get to a resolve in that scene. I was like, what's going on here? Something dangerous? Because it looks like she's climbing pretty good. Doesn't look like she's gonna slip or anything.
But where's she gonna go, Steve? Like, where is she gonna go when she gets to the top? That's the suspense. She's climbing up to nowhere. She's not gonna climb back down. He's gonna kill her.
Well, she may have been climbing to nowhere, but in my opinion, she probably would have sang her
She's
way
taking forever to climb up so he can kill her.
He wasn't gonna kill
That's
her.
what
Let's be
Carol
honest.
Burnett. Find that line where she goes, he's gonna kill her. He's really gonna kill her.
I'll kill you, you little brat! I'll kill you! He's really gonna kill her!
My favorite scene, if I had to pick one out of the ridiculousness of this entire film, was when Punjab is doing some magical amazingness out of nowhere. Suddenly this guy, hold on a second, we're in the real world here. We have orphans, we got drunkards, we got real billionaire craziness happening, and then all of a sudden we've got like real magic, and then all of a sudden we got a magical dude who's supposed to be Middle Eastern, but he's obviously a black dude.
He's Persian.
He's racist.
He's Persian. He's not racist. Punjab is actually a geographical region straddling the border between Pakistan and India.
He said straddling.
Okay. Most of you might know, honestly, Hard Knock Life simply because of Jay-Z.
The Jay-Z song.
Yeah, it's a ghetto
I'm
anthem,
not
is
even
what it is.
a big rap fan, and I know the song.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
Last thoughts, Steve.
I thought the film was not for me, but I enjoyed it because it's a musical. I enjoy musicals and good, well-written music. So I wouldn't say don't see the movie, but I would also say if you're a guy like me, like sci-fi and nerdy stuff, it's probably not for you.
I would say it's a musical that embeds itself into your heart. So watch it, enjoy it, love it, and live it.
Well, you know what? I'm from Canada. You can't tell me what to like.
Once you get an hour into this movie and realize there's another fucking hour left, you kinda want to die.
Why the fuck is this movie longer than an hour and a half?
It's a good movie. I just wouldn't want to sit through the entire 2 hours.
It's not my favorite musical, but I like it.
A good movie should be timeless, and this is just not at all.
Annie does not hold up to the test of time.
But for me, this movie really stood the test of time, and I absolutely loved it.
It truly and honestly has so much potential. Yet this movie just falls so short.
There's never a moment in Annie where I can say, yes, Annie, that is freaking beautiful and heartwarming, and I just want to watch it over and over again. It's not that kind of movie for most people.
Well, that's it for this week's movie, guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for sending in your reviews. That's what makes the show work. We love it, and we love you guys. So next week we're going to be watching, so send us in your reviews for that movie, and you could be in the next New Movie Thing show. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
And I'm Lee Newton.
And we're only a day